Charles Schwab Challenge. And for Russell, you know, a guy who's really accurate off the tee and not that long. Maybe this is a course that suits his game.
Second in the FedEx Cup last year, a breakout season.
Rounding out this group.
Gary's had a couple leads late on Sunday at the Valspar, and especially a couple weeks ago. Truest.
Remember, he missed the first 6 weeks of the year after wrist surgery. Now Henley.
A couple of yards closer for Russell, 174. Maybe bring this in a little lower. Well, not the most convincing through the ball, but it's going to turn out just fine.
So what Gary was saying, that was a good miss.
It's all about the quality you miss, isn't it, Joe?
Now Henley just outside 18 feet.
So basically the identical part to the one he's just seen made at perfect pace. Could bode well.
Indeed it does. Birdie to start for Russell Henley.
Well, the lid has been taken off.
Yama at 12, now to 11 in Russell Henley.
Yeah, just trying to muscle it up there, trying to get it between the bunkers or short of the bunkers. This is the great penalty today. It's over 600 yards. If you miss the fairway, that first bunker, it's probably wise to lay up short. Russell has certainly become the complete player to me. Very accurate, number one in fairways hit. Line plays good, wedges is good. Around and on the greens is good, but this is just inside 180 yards for Russell for the third shot. You can see why he had that year last year, James. The game is complete. Great looking shot here.
And if that part of his game is on, considering how many times he is in the short grass, I mean, over 70% of the time he is walking down the center. Really solid swing there from Harmon. Pick up 2 in a row there if you can get that to go.
Speaking of 2 in a row, this would be back-to-back birdies for Russell Henley.
This one's just going to gently go to the right. I think it's just inside that left lip.
What a start. Russell Henley 2 under through his first 2 holes today.
.460 today. A bunker that Henley was looking straight at in the distance, 325. The guys.
Just going to stay right. Club. Correct.
So basically the same yardage. The players will pay attention to the bounce and the reaction on the greens. A little late on that. Is he forcing it back? Yes, he is. What a shot.
That's when he's dangerous. I mean, there's a couple iron shots now where hasn't sounded the best, and
a good test, a great test, a fun test. But to me, I really have enjoyed the changes.
Well, so far today, Russell Henley is enjoying himself. Birdies at 10 and 11, and a chance for another at 12.
So coming from a slightly different angle, I think this is just inside that right lip. And there's that break again off that bunker. This is going to be fascinating watching these, the ones that are on. It's a lovely little flag here because it's in that little strip. Got that backstop behind it. The false front just short of it. So with the backstop behind, there's no excuse to to be able to hit that force run. It's a little 7 for Russell. Driving it in a little lower, trying to cut it against the flag. Beautiful shot.
There's that slope. Ideal.
And now Russell Henley looking for his third birdie already. This would give him the solo lead early on.
I'm in a really good spot here. Get to see the green, but I'm right by the players' bags. The caddies leave them about 100 yards from the green, so it's fun actually looking at the wedge setup. Sun GM got 3 wedges, 6 degrees between each wedge. The other 2, 4 wedges with 4 degrees between each wedge. I may be going through those pockets soon.
I'm sure there's something good in there.
Exactly. Oh, this is looking a little tasty this morning for Russell Henley.
Shot lead on the back 9 Sunday, but if somebody's really aggressive and doesn't hit their marks and hit their shots, it can really hurt you. So a good risk-reward course.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these old classic courses, yeah, they have that. The firmness is what makes them challenging. They don't have to be long. They're just going to be firm with a little bit of rough, some trees in the right spots, and some quick, firm greens. Think of Russell's success at the Sony. A nice, short, very, very firm golf course.
I don't know how he does it with where you land it. That is really good from Thomas that needed something to happen.
Not sure if he was using Sung Jae Im's ball as a target, but it almost landed right on top of him. Now Henley, who's now tied for the lead at 3 under with Brian Harman.
And to me, looking ominous. Hitting in the fairway, controlling his distances with his irons, and having fairly short irons in. 154 for Russell. So 9. That little lean.
We can't really pick apart a guy that's at 3 under par and has been every fairway and green.
Okay, so from this spot, it's actually not that much break to it. It's on a little hummock. You know, it's on a little high point on this back part of this green.
I was on a good line. Gary always surprises me with a new word, hummock. That's straight into the vocab.
We'll go for an Australian description would be a pimple. How about that?
I like your version better.
It sounds much better, much cleaner, much more hygienic.
True professional, cleaning words up. Something us Australians are not. Trophy that he raised here back in a couple of seasons ago.
Back at 15 now with Henley.
Well, you're right, James. It just felt like Justin overcomplicated that shot, didn't he? He could have hit the same shot with a 3-wood. It would have been just fine. Henley went from a driver to a 3-wood.
And if you do want to be aggressive here, Thomas could have quite easily been trying to squeeze something up in between the bunkers.
Other way than Sanjay. So that flag cut very close to that right bunker, right on the high patch, high part of the green. The slope runs away less than 10 feet left of this hole.
A wonderful angle from this far left side, setting up for a little cut.
You can get it on that little top section and have a real good look at birdie. Right about there. Well done.
Yeah, very well planned out there.
Looking at the putt from behind, kind of gets a sense of it. Then he goes up there about 3 feet from the hole and just tries to visualize what the ball's going to do as it runs out of pace. This one, you know, it edges a little bit left to right, and then it looks to me like it could just straighten at the end. A lot of close iron shots today, putted well to this point.
And another fine roll going nowhere but the dead middle of the hole.
Right, you got the Barranca 15 feet left. You can use that slope. It's a 7-iron. Russell. Safe play right to the middle.
Yeah, no problem there. Wanted nothing to do with that left side. This was one of the big changes Gil Hanse did make a couple years ago. There used to be a bunker down that right side.